Hey everyone, it's been a while. I have a long list of topics and ideas that I want to talk about, but I'll just start with something at the top of my stack, which is that I've increasingly over the last couple of years come to think that the idea of changing your mind is a less useful idea than I used to believe. And the reason is that it seems to me that when people hear changing your mind, they think of these dramatic, 180-degree turns on some big topic, like I used to support Trump and now I don't, or I used to be religious and now I'm not, that kind of thing. But in fact, what I meant to refer to with the idea of changing your mind, and where I think most of the value is in terms of improving the accuracy of our worldview, is in these incremental changes, these incremental updates to your models of the world. Like, I'm, slightly more bullish this month than I was last month about progress in AI, or I trust this person slightly less than I did before they shared that false story, that kind of thing. And I think that even if you were only optimizing for producing these major worldview changes, these 180-degree turns on a big topic, even so, I think the correct intervention would be not looking for major worldview changes, but instead trying to track these incremental changes, because I think it's the accumulation of those changes, those updates, that eventually creates a tipping point and tips you over from, not thinking global warming is real to thinking global warming is real. That's going to be the result of a bunch of sort of small updates over time to your views of related things, like how plausible do I think conspiracy theories are, or how reliable do I think this source is or that source is that I'm reading on the subject of climate change, that kind of thing. So an example of an update for me has been increasing my pessimism in the usefulness of changing your mind as a thing to strive for, and instead coming to be more bullish on the concept of updating as the thing to strive for, as the concept to have in the back of your mind to be tracking or paying attention to. Just to clarify, the concept of updating originally comes from Bayesian updating, from Bayesian probability theory, and it has a rather precise meaning of adjusting the probabilities that you put in different hypotheses in response to new information that you get. But the way I'm using it here and the way that my friends use it doesn't mean something quite so precise. It's more colloquial. It just refers to having a slightly different view on the world than you did before you had that experience or got that information. And that's really the thing that I think that we should be tracking.